Robin.
Good morning.
Hi, everybody.
Hope everyone had a good weekend.
Oh, yes. Now it's, alas, it's another Monday. Just comes back around again. Back past the start-finish line and another lap around the week.
These weeks are getting blurry, aren't they?
Oh, man. Are they ever? Just melding into each other.
What?
You look red, dude.
Oh, I got fucking burnt on the golf course.
Wow.
Did you? Yeah.
I don't get out much.
I don't get out much.
So I said, you know what? I'm going to enjoy the sun a little bit. You think I would have learned from having some pre skin cancer burned off my hand? I went non-fucking suntan lotion yesterday. I played golf with Rich Voss as part of my Father's Day festivities.
Oh, my dad.
Oh.
You didn't call your dad yesterday?
I thought of it yesterday. I'm going to call him, and I had something to do, and I just call Father. Right.
Oh, whoops.
Yesterday was the day to
I
call
know.
him.
I'm terrible with that shit. I slept till 4 o'clock yesterday.
I am terrible.
He picks up a pen and goes, oh, fuck, call dad.
Call Dad, write it down.
Yeah, I have a very bad memory. And then people were talking about it. I'm like, oh, yeah.
All right, Father's Day, yeah.
Rich Voss wants everyone to know that he plays golf very well. For some reason, he can't take jokes or something, and he's a jokester, isn't he? Like when we make fun of his golf game, he goes, I don't like that you tell everyone I suck on the golf course. He was being serious. Look what he was dressed like yesterday. That's his loudmouth pants.
He should apologize to the gay community for impersonating one of them.
That's like when you have the option to change clothes in a golf game, a video game, and you just pick the most wild, outrageous thing so that people laugh at you.
You get crazy.
Yeah.
Why would he
That's
dress
what
like
Rich
that?
is wearing.
For what?
Golf.
But why?
I'll give away his scam. You want to hear?
Yes.
It's kind of brilliant, actually. So, Voss, it's kind of brilliant.
He pretends he has Down syndrome and they let him play for free?
Hear me out. It's kind of brilliant. I'm telling you.
All right.
This guy is addicted to golf. We all know that, right?
Yes.
He traded one addiction for this golf thing. So he travels the country doing his comedy, but he's traveling the country to really play golf courses. He almost doesn't care about comedy anymore, even though he's still funny on the comedy stage, but he'd rather do this.
He gets a gig somewhere he can golf.
But he walks into morning shows. This is brilliant. Dressed like that.
Yeah.
Now, you as a radio show host go, wow, you have to comment about his crazy pants. And he goes, oh, these? He makes believe like, oh, he goes, these are my loudmouth pants, which is an actual company brand.
Yeah.
So he gets the clothes for free. And then the radio guys go, well, why are you dressed like that at 6 in the morning? And he goes, well, because I'm playing Blah Blah Country Club, which is the local golf course.
Oh, Guess what? Just a plugging ass?
So he gets the clothes for free and the golf for free. I'm saying he's brilliant.
And I'm saying that
without making it sound like this big over the top, let's talk about my golf. They casually mention it.
He's selling himself for a free golf game.
Right.
Hey, Voss, how about you think like an entertainer? How about you get some money or an endorsement deal? You think Michael Jordan would do that? Can you picture Michael Jordan going on a fucking TV show with a pair of shoes and putting them up Leno's on his desk?
Yeah,
what
just
are those?
hoping that the company calls you and says, yeah, here's a freebie.
Ground fees are expensive, man.
How much is it to play golf?
Well, I didn't have a county card, all that bullshit. Who gives a fuck? I'm not from Jersey. So I had to pay 80. He paid 50, I think, 55 because he had a card.
What card?
I don't know. Are you part of this county card thing? Oh. Do you know what it is? Is it a recreational card? I don't know.
It's probably the same thing like the recreation pass that you need in Nassau County to do anything.
Why do I have to pay more because I'm not a resident? I'm paying you.
Hey, you're coming in to use their facilities. Oh, that's right. You're paying for it.
Right, exactly. I'm filling up your golf course.
Well, I'm
helping your business out. How about you help me out a little bit?
The county wants their cut.
Do they?
Yeah. Bastards.
But Voss shot an 82 yesterday. I barely broke 100. And Voss made me a sandwich.
Oh, he did again?
And you know what? As much as I make fun of that motherfucker, I had to be out of the house at 6:30 because, why play close to where I live when we could play a mere 10 minutes from where Rich lives?
Oh, of course.
And my father-in-law came up from Philly, so we're all driving like lunatics at 6:30 in the morning to get to play golf with this fucking idiot.
Rich.
So I'm starving on the course because, it's too early to eat, and we're trying to tee off. And by the 4th, 5th hole, he goes, I made you a sandwich. And I want to beat him up and tweet it and make videos. I'm like, just give me the sandwich. I'm going to pass out here.
What kind of sandwich was it?
Turkey salami and provolone.
That sounds pretty good.
On some kind of Jewish flatbread.
Wow.
Jesus, why don't you just throw acid reflux in your mouth and drink it? Jesus Christ. What else do you have? Did you have coffee with that? And fucking.
And then he also goes,
Christ.
And I got you a granola bar, too, for later.
Oh,
and he
very thoughtful of Rich.
I know we've done this break, but it's every time I play golf with him. He has a little iced pack bag with all his sandwiches.
He thinks and plans it out ahead.
Yes.
And,
yes.
Yeah. What's like the best part of Rich's game? Is it the drive, the friggin' was he the irons? What
the fact that he could have a heart attack doing it.
I kept saying to him, "Oh, you dubbed that one." He doesn't like the word "dubbed" when you're playing golf with him because he doesn't really dub things.
Yeah.
He might push a shot or something, but I'll go, "Oh, you dubbed that," and he gets really mad.
What's that mean, dubbed?
Dub means you just suck.
Oh.
You know, I mean, if you push or something, it's pretty much you got the club on the ball, but you know it's not straight or whatever. A dub means you almost fucking missed the thing.
Like, does he drive far? Is he?
He doesn't want me to make fun of his golf game, but I'll tell you this: he has a horrible swing.
Really?
My swing is much better, and I don't put up numbers like him. You know, my swing is much better. His swing is horrible.
Really? Well, it works. So
you know how you're supposed to take the club, back somewhere like this? He takes it back like this. Barely takes it
even
back.
on the drive, yeah?
Yeah. And then comes through it really hard. But it works for him.
Huh.
So.
Yeah, some of them guys bring that club back where,
Oh, like a monster.
The club head is over their fucking left shoulder.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just
no.
You see that.
He's got a horrible swing, but he's played for so long, he knows how to work it, I guess. So it was fun. I was telling Aunt Father's Day is it's like another birthday. So this is my second one, but the first one, the kid was, a couple weeks old or whatever.
Yeah.
But this is like another birthday without having to worry about getting older.
What'd you get?
Sentimental stuff.
What'd you get?
Sentimental stuff.
A nice book with a lot of pictures in it. Already.
Books, pictures.
No, but it's a lot of pictures of us and stuff.
Yeah.
So
your wife made a book, like a family photo album.
Yeah, really nice, actually. Took a lot of time. And then some desserts and cards and picnic in the park and stuff. So
picnic in the park.
All the other fathers. And
you had a picnic in the park?
Yeah.
What'd you eat?
And then everywhere you go with your kid, you hear Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day.
We went to a Jewish deli and got like a picnic basket. You really want to hear this?
Basket?
Of course
you really want to hear this?
Of course
yes.
I do.
Now I'm redder than the sunburn I got.
Yes.
And then we just chilled out in Central Park.
What kind of desserts?
It's in the picnic basket.
It was a nice, just a stupid Jewish fucking sandwich with Jewish pickles and Jewish crap. And I don't even like the Jews. But I like their food.
Have their sandwiches.
No, I like the Jews. I'm just kidding.
Jews have fucking phenomenal turkey legs. It's Jewish deli around us. I order turkey leg. I know they're probably fattening with the skin. It's so good.
Lansky's?
No, I forget what it's called. It's not that, though.
The one on 72nd?
I only order from that. I've never been there.
There's a Jewish place. I'll get into this for a second. There's a Jewish restaurant, Kosher, close to us. We like going there because the food is really good, but they hate us because we're not Jewish. And I will fucking stand by that statement.
Yeah, they only want fellow Jews to come in?
Well, we sit at a table, and they will not wait on us.
Well, when you give extra money at the end, they're like, what are you doing?
Exactly. We get extremely slow service, and I know what that's about. They want this restaurant to just be for the local Jews.
Are they all Orthodox?
No, but they're Jewy Jews.
I don't like...
And it's a popular restaurant. They have one downtown, so this is known, I guess, in the Jewish community.
Right.
There's a Jewish place on Columbus Avenue that's for everybody. They don't care. But this one place, I'm telling you that they care. We've stopped going there.
I don't like kosher places because they have there's certain things they don't serve. Like Well, you bless the thing before you cut its throat? What the fuck is that?
You ain't getting any ham.
It bugs me. You can't get like...
no ham?
You get potatoes? No dairy products, right?
No dairy, no pork. Right?
I know pork, but I mean, dairy annoyed me. We have any Jewish listeners? I think it's dairy, too.
Boy, I hope not.
You know the same two will call.
Exactly.
David
from Israel.
Yeah, from Israel. The dairy...
Oh, is that why my apple pie sucked yesterday?
Oh, made with no, like...
I'm going to guess so, sure. It's probably made with weird... I don't know what
the filling was like 2 inches thick. The crust, that what I guess would be the crust part, was. How can I explain this? It almost looked like homeless skin.
Oh,
Flaky.
Yeah, flaky and thick.
Smelly.
Just so is that why? Because they don't put eggs in it?
Maybe. I'm not sure what they use.
Oh, their apple pie
Eggs?
sucks a dick.
Is that-
I love apple pie.
Eggs. I think they could do eggs, can't they?
Why would you go to a
this
Jewish
was-
deli for apple
Can't
pie,
do,
though?
like,
No, it's part of the picnic.
part of the
basket.
picnic basket.
I know, there's a million good dessert
Part
places.
of the picnic. There
Did
we
you put
go.
out a little? Did you put out a little blanket?
No, we didn't.
You did.
No, it was a big round blanket.
Big
like a
round
yarmulke.
blanket? Oh,
From a Jewish deli. Now, I don't know. Maybe that is why. That's Sam's bringing up Torah stuff.
yeah. Why are we doing this?
I'm just.
This was a quick throwaway.
Wait.
I had
Okay, hold on.
I had a
The,
nice Father's Day with a fucking picnic.
The oral Torah explains that this passage prohibits eating meat and dairy together. Oh, okay. The rabbis extended this prohibition to include not eating milk and poultry together. Why? In addition, the Talmud prohibits cooking meat and fish together or serving them on the same plates because it's considered to be unhealthy. It is, however, permissible to eat fish and dairy together, and it is quite common. Lox and cream cheese, for example. This is like the fucking riddle about taking the fox, the rice, and the chicken across
How
the
do you
river.
get it across without having one eat the other?
Can we eat the dairy but cook the fish? What are you doing?
yeah.
The one part of that statement, you went eating milk and poultry, and you said why? That sounds horrible to have a glass of milk with your chicken.
It's the best.
But chicken, no, it's not the best.
No, not all of us
No,
are 8 years
You're
old.
talking into thin air. You're in a microphone.
How is that the best? And we're
Chicken and milk?
maybe chicken fingers where it's not chicken anymore.
White meat chicken and milk is really good.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
You should try it.
Do you drink a lot of milk?
Yeah, well, I have like 1 glass of milk every day.
What a douchebag.
Growing boy.
Exactly.
Hate that shit.
Fucking asshole should carry his plant and try to fuck whatever her little name was in the professional.
You guys realize that
Natalie Portman.
you guys realize that Sam's closer to 30.
I know.
Right? You're not a little
Calcium.
boy anymore.
It's calcium.
When you started with us,
Calcium.
you were, but
Calcium's important.
It is, but milk is probably not that great for you because it's meant for fucking little cows.
Yeah, baby
Not you.
cows. Baby cows.
It's just 1% milk, so it's not that bad in terms of like whole milk is bad, but it's a good source of calcium.
Take a calcium pill.
yeah.
Have a Diet Coke. Shut up.
There's plenty of places for calcium.
Have some aspartame, you fucking Peter Pumper.
exactly. Milk,
Tired.
Love that.
but milk outside of breakfast and dessert, there's no need for it, Sam.
To have a glass of milk with dinner.
All right, then
isn't
have it
bad.
right now with breakfast,
I
or
would.
maybe later with some chocolate chip cookies.
What's
but you
wrong
don't
with-
have. Do you have milk and pizza?
No. I would.
That's
That
crazy,
is
right?
hard.
That's a little much.
You want a Jew to explain the kosher thing?
I would, yeah. By the way, ice cold milk I can tolerate, but then milk starts to smell.
Oh,
it just,
God, yes.
It just sucks. It makes your breath horrible. It dries your mouth out.
terrible.
Milk is fucking icky.
You leave it out for 5 minutes, it starts curdling.
It's fucking
bad.
horrendous.
What the hell's wrong with
yeah,
milk?
It's terrible.
Milk needs to just be cold all
Exactly.
the time or it freaks out.
Or you need to have hooves and suck it out of a cow's tits like baby cows do.
I had milk and poultry last night. It was great.
Milk and poultry. Sounds like a fucking rap group.
Why don't this is gonna be why doesn't milk get sour when it's still in the cow? Because it's no, I'm not even going for one of those dumb
Yeah.
jokes, but why? Because the cow is warm the whole time.
That's true.
Is that because it's not pasteurized or something?
Not exposed to air, maybe.
But
Maybe
why
that's,
why doesn't it get sour constantly?
It probably could. I think that's why they gotta like keep milking those fucking cows. Keep fucking that chicken. but
Do they just ice the cow's teats to
that
keep
is a
it nice
good
and cool?
question.
That is the question of the day. Why? That doesn't make sense to me.
Gamey animals
Because
smell.
as soon as you take it out of the damn cow, within minutes it'll start fucking going bad, right?
And there's just there's shit all over those udders because cow shit goes everywhere.
Well, 'cause
they're just blasting that green crap everywhere.
Because they're
Ugh.
just dragging their udders in the
Yeah.
pasture, picking up all sorts of bacteria.
Big fat
shit.
cows.
Colin had a funny line in his special about how we eat cows because they're just so honest. They don't pretend like dogs pretend to be happy and other animals, and cows just stand there,
Yeah, they
fucking
do.
looking miserable.
Yeah, fuck it.
Put a bell on them.
Shoot a bolt through my head. I don't care.
Yeah, the mistake that cows made is looking so sad. It made it easy to eat them.
Yeah.
Right? Because
Yeah.
the famous Dennis Leary bit, we don't eat anything that's cute. If a cow was cute, man, we probably would have fucking saved the cows.
Oh, they got those big eyes.
Probably not, though, because that steak is a wonderful
That's
thing.
lovely.
They take the tongue and just start licking in their nostrils. You ever see that? They just, the tongue goes right up their nose.
I wish I could do that. That would save me.
Cut out the middleman.
I was going to say that.
Cut out the middle finger.
That would save me a lot of time. Can't get there. Can't quite get there. Eli from Virginia. Are you a Jew?
I am a Jew.
Eli.
But how much of a Jew are you?
I'm a fucking horrible Jew. But I was raised Jewish. I went to Hebrew school when I was a kid and stuff. But ever since I had a bar mitzvah when I was 13, I've pretty much done nothing since.
Can you explain the kosher? Like, I understand religions have a lot of dumb things they do, all of them. But what is the limits on why can't they have milk in a kosher deli?
It's actually milk with red meat that you're not allowed to have, and it's any dairy products in red meat. It goes back to the possibility that you end up eating an animal with its mother's milk, and there's very strict preparation rules also. So a place that prepares any kind of red meat cannot prepare any kind of dairy products in the same place.
What the fuck is the difference if you eat an animal with its mother's milk? What does that mean?
I eat a fucking bacon cheeseburger all the time.
No, I know. I'm not saying that you created the fucking Old Testament. I'm just curious as to what does that mean?
So the average Jew can't have a cheeseburger? Oh my God! What's wrong with you people?
No, you can't have a cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger. Hamburger.
Wait, cheese.
That's all you're getting.
I don't understand what it means, though. Why can't you have something with its mother? I don't get what the meaning of that is.
I don't either. Religions are stupid.
They're ridiculous.
I'm not just saying the Jewish religion. Religions are stupid. There's too many exhausting rules.
Thank you, sir. He had nothing. He just said, "Hi, I'm a Jew. Goodbye." Yeah. We needed help, sir. Well, actually, he gave us a little info. All right.
I guess.
I just don't get it, dude. I don't. I've developed such a dislike for all of the religions, though. Every time I see a picture of the Pope, I want to fucking rip the paper.
Well, I got something to play for you. Speaking of religions, where the fuck did it go, though? Did I throw it away? Where was the under God thing?
Oh, yeah, it was in the player.
Oh, yeah, okay. During the U.S. Open?
Yeah.
That stupid Bob Costas and the over-the-top, just fucking production piece to make it more than it is. The U.S. Open, if you're a golf fan, it's like, wow, it's one of the majors. This is cool. I'm going to watch this. And then Bob Costas has to just bring everything completely over the top.
That over-dramatic beginning.
Is he known for that? I guess he is now, right?
Oh, yeah. Come on.
Why can't he just fucking just be the guy and just fucking, all right, time for the U.S. Open. Here's the announcers. Let's move forward.
He ain't going to do that.
But they had this dramatic... I'm not sure if this was the Open. I guess it had to be the Open.
At the beginning.
It was the beginning of the U.S. Open. And they had a bunch of kids doing, the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yes.
With fucking all sorts of visual elements. Soldiers. And, yeah, exactly.
So they would do, I pledge allegiance, and then you see a bunch of other stuff, and there's some sounds, and then back to the kids, to the flag, blah, 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 and then there's more dramatic crap. So as they were going on, they, for some reason, just left the line out.
Yeah, listen to this.
Yeah.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, with liberty and justice for all.
Oops.
Yeah.
Where did under God go?
It's absolutely not a mistake.
Oh, no.
Of course not.
No, that was not an error.
Well, they've since apologized.
But did you
they
read-
purposely left it out.
Did you read their sanitized? And I was twittering about this. I was up last night just fucking going ballistic. It annoyed me so much.
This thing?
It drove me nuts.
Yeah.
Did anybody read their sanitized apology?
No.
And this is it might be in the story that Danny sends out, or Travis, whoever sent it. There's an apology, and it's everything there's not 1 ounce of sincerity.
Well, apologies are just ridiculous at this point. They're not real anymore.
No, they're
based
so
on
overused. Yeah, based on nothing.
They're really based on nothing. Yeah, because you have to be careful how it's written. So you know,
Right.
I don't know.
So you don't offend someone else with your apology.
I don't.
There's going to come a time where people are going to be apologizing for their apology.
Yeah.
Yes, I apologized, but
Look up the apology. It's out of one of the stores. Or go to the Drudge Report.
Yeah, we'll find it. But
It drove me. It's such a sanitized bullshit apology from NBC.
me and Ann were talking before the show. When the Pledge of Allegiance happened when we were growing up, I always thought it was hilarious, even as a little kid, when the one kid had to get up and raise his hand like, "Oh, I can't be here for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I don't believe in this, so I'll be in the hallway."
So one, godless kid would have to go in the hallway while we did the Pledge of Allegiance, and then he would have to awkwardly come back in like, my family don't believe in God.
Just turn it away. I'm going to read it.
All right, you could come back in.
Right.
All right.
But I was telling Ann, like, half the kids that were doing the Pledge of Allegiance, even though the one, quote, godless kid had to leave the classroom, the kids that stayed in the classroom, they weren't even, like, doing the God thing for the most part. Half of them probably didn't even go to church or know what it meant or
It had
anything.
nothing to do with the kid. It was his parents that were like, "Don't you stand for the pledge, man."
What were those Jewish kids? Were there Muslim kids that we just didn't understand about
I
Muslims
think they were
yet?
more atheists.
Just atheists in general?
Anti-government kids.
Yeah, because I think the Jews in my class, they stayed.
Yeah, they were there.
They stayed in the room,
They
right?
believe in a
No,
God.
it's not Jews at all. Jews are not like that. With the pledge. That's probably just atheist or agnostic parents or anti-government parents or whatever.
Right.
Anti-religious
I
feelings.
just always thought it was funny because the kid had nothing to do with it. It's obvious that the parents had a meeting with the principal. I don't want my kid in that classroom when God is being spoken.
Wait, what is this fucking computer problem? Sam is trying to find the apologies right here. It's like a paragraph, and Sam has been trying for 5 minutes ever since we started to click on it and the screen. What is the matter with the internet connection?
Well, I guess we got to tell the guys down the hall. Have we yet? Or
the
computer's slow?
Yeah, have we?
Why is it slow?
Oh, it's been brought up.
I don't know why it's slow.
I did not know that.
Aren't these new computers?
No.
I thought they got this new. All right, there. Here's the sanitized. This is the non-lawyer, of course. Sincerity at its finest. We began our coverage of this final round just about 3 hours ago, and when we did, it was our intent to begin the coverage of this U.S. Open Championship with a feature that captured the patriotism of our national championship being held in our nation's capital for the third time. Regrettably, a portion of the Pledge of Allegiance that was in feature was edited out. It was not done to upset anyone, and we'd like to apologize to those of you who are offended by it. That fucking puke lawyer speak.
That's horrible.
Regrettably, a portion of the Pledge of Allegiance that was in the feature, not 1 ounce of fucking just plain English and honest speak from any of these cocksuckers.
Yeah, what does that mean?
It's regret. What is regrettably?
Said it was in the feature, but it was edited out. So it was in there. They edited that out, and hopefully,
Hey, we're sorry that somebody made the stupid decision to pull the words "under God" out. It was How about you say what you took out?
And indivisible.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's under God.
One nation, under God.
Indivisible, and then they went right to with liberty and justice.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I didn't realize that either.
Yeah, I didn't realize that because I never was able to say that word. growing up.
Indivisible. It was always invisible.
I went with invisible.
One nation, under God, invisible. Because you didn't know what indivisible meant as a kid. When you blurted the pledge out, half of it you just didn't know as a kid. It was just sounds. You were just making sounds.
You know what? Awesome for bringing it up because did you see what Joe Rogan tweeted about the Pledge of Allegiance?
No.
This might piss off some people because it is certainly this. It's a bit political, but the whitest kid you know, Pledge of Allegiance. He tweeted this. Listen to this.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Thank you very, very much for letting us little kids live here. It really, really was nice of you. You didn't have to do it. And it's really not creepy to have little kids mindlessly recite this anthem every day and pledge their life to a government before they're old enough to really think about what they're saying. This is not a form of brainwashing. This is not a form of brainwashing. This is not a form of brainwashing. This is really the greatest country in the whole world. All the other countries suck. And if this country ever goes to war, as it's God bless Johnson & Johnson. God bless GE. God bless Citigroup. Amen.
Very good, kids. That is hilarious.
Rogan tweeted that a couple weeks ago.
That's hysterical.
But it goes to your point, obviously.
Yeah.
We didn't know what the hell we were saying.
I used to say, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Even as a kid, I kind of knew what that meant.
Right.
Although allegiance was a little like, I don't know what that meant.
I don't know what allegiance.
United States of America. And to the republic, and then I thought for which it stands was one word. For which it stands. It was for which it stands.
Right.
I don't know why. To the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, not a clue.
No.
With liberty and justice for all.
But for which it stands.
For which it
That
stands.
sounds like one of the new countries after Russia broke up.
Yeah, which it stand.
Are we pledging to one of those Russian?
We're pledging to Wichitstan.
Oh, no, that's not good.
The poor people of Wichitstan, the poverty they live in.
But they do really well in the Olympics.
Yes. Wichitstan is great in the...
They're great in hockey, ice hockey.
Female gymnasts.
Ooh, and female gymnasts,
Yes, very, very good.
Watch out
to
for
the
which it
republic
stands.
for which it stands.
Right.
Because I had no idea what the fuck you're saying. You're
right.
just blurting out
Allegiance,
crap.
you know that indivisible.
Indivisible. I
No
couldn't have a clue. What does that mean? It sounded like invisible, and you knew what that was from watching cartoons.
Yeah.
But indivisible, I didn't know what that meant.
I thought it was invisible, meaning like no one could really touch us because they really can't.
Invisible. They couldn't see us.
Yeah.
We're here, but
Not literally, but you know what I mean. Like, yeah.
Yeah, you kind of figuratively speaking.
Saying, wow, we're invisible. No one could really fucking find us and do harm to us.
The Republic. That's like fucking some Star Wars shit, yo.
Oh, yeah.
Pledge your allegiance to the Republic.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Well, so that U.S. Open thing is just Bob Costas has got to go, and they shouldn't do that.
Overly dramatic.
You know what they should? You can't edit that. Then don't do that piece.
I agree.
There's a million other little like dramatic pieces you could figure out.
You can't just chop a piece out of the pledge. If you're doing something with the pledge,
Right.
then you can't chop a piece out.
That was
not that I give a flying
And the only
fuck,
reason, and that's just some dummy at the network that's not thinking very well, because it's like U.S. Open. Let's do a big over-the-top country piece with the military.
I
and
think
stuff.
there's an agenda there.
I agree.
think
Without a doubt, that's on purpose.
An absolute agenda there
And
to
then
cut that out.
Absolutely.
But
You don't think some intern is sitting there cutting it up, just going, it's a huge network, huge thing, and they give him the responsibility to cut out under God?
Oh, I understand. There's some big network head that decided to edit that. Yes, but my point is that the golf has nothing to do with that piece.
No.
They're trying to make that connection.
U.S. Open, right?
Just because it has U.S. in the title of the tournament.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a stretch to begin with to go in that direction. Maybe for the Olympics or something.
They love that pride thing.
I would love to know who conceptualized that bit and if they did it with the ultimate idea of purposely taking that out.
Taking the God part out.
And I don't say that in paranoia, but you're right. That doesn't tie in.
No.
It's not really a good... I wonder if the same person that did that knew back that they were going to take that out.
The purpose of the whole piece was to just take that out.
It's
like a fuck you, yeah.
It's one of the majors, but it's not. I mean, it's the same guys playing from all around the world. It's just because it says U.S. Open. They went in that direction. I don't know.
They're the same network that just got mad at Tracy. It's funny, like what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. So all you people.
Oh, whoa! You might be honest. Maybe they're a little, fucking what trigger? Help me out.
A little radical. You're a little trigger happy. Maybe a little radically in one direction.
No, because they're a little nervous with the whole Tracy thing. Like, we don't want any more controversy.
No,
so
the same mentality.
The God thing out.
The same mentality that would and it doesn't mean that gay people don't believe in God. I'm not saying that at all. But the same side of the spectrum that would want Tracy crucified is the same side that would agree with removing him.
Right, because I think a lot of their problems come from religious people with the Bible and the whole thing with gays and the Catholic Church and bleedy. But, that would make sense. Cut that out. That under God part, get rid of it.
That's the danger, by the way, of censoring stuff like that. It's like it's not just words like faggot now, or nigger, or the seven dirties. Now God is deemed inappropriate by somebody at the network. There's no one gets off scot-free. It's like everyone's sacred cows are going to get fucking kicked.
Yes. Right.
If you start subscribing to that at all, it's all or nothing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous.
That is odd. It is this weird. If they don't put the word out there, it doesn't exist anymore.
Who the fuck are these people to be arbiters of what we should hear?
Yeah.
It's not an FCC violation. Any of these words.
No.
It's amazing.
Nope.
It's just amazing that
Dude,
this is going on.
Do you know how lucky we are to have this fucking... Like, literally on the way in today, I was thinking of how lucky we are to... We have, like, little stops that we put on ourselves. Mm-hmm. But to be able to sit here and just fucking blast this stuff...
Yeah, it's the listeners that are unlucky.
Yes. It's anybody whose ears are subjected to this garbage we call art.
Garbage.
It's fucking... Hey. Earwax.
We're very lucky to be able to
rather
fucking...
have earwax in my ears than...
I'm sure you do. You can do both. But I'm mutually exclusive. Fucking waxy motherfucker.
It should be noted, this Macelroy just fucking destroyed at the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
And he's the one that had the huge collapse.
The new kid.
Well, he's been around a few years, and this guy, this Macelroy is the real deal, by the way. This isn't a fluke thing where, he finally...
Oh, yeah.
This guy is going to win a lot of fucking tournaments. He is that damn good. And he's the same guy, if you remember, that, fucking fell apart at the Masters.
Yeah.
I mean, in a horrible way.
Well,
he wasn't going to... No, he wasn't going to let it happen twice. Cause he should have won the Masters and this, which is 2 majors in 1 year, is damn impressive.
Yeah.
And he's only 22. And he beat the field by 8+ strokes. Second place was 8 strokes behind him. That's crazy for a PGA event. Crazy. And he set all sorts of records that are pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Tiger who? People are starting to say Tiger fucking who?
Well, when he got the trophy, he was giving a statement on how great it is to think that he's now in... on that trophy with the names and then he said a few of the golfers' names. Tiger never came up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey, good for him.
He mentioned, some of the greatest and never even...
Wow, he didn't mention Tiger?
Never mentioned Tiger.
He probably should have. I shouldn't say good for him.
But
what's that about?
He doesn't like Tiger, apparently.
Yeah, but you got to respect what he does on a golf course or has done.
On a golf course?
People are weird, man.
That's good. Let's bring the whites back to the golf championships. Come on now. Bushwood? A black person at Bushwood?
He kind of looks like Danny a little bit.
He does, Noonan.
A little bit.
He does look a little like Noonan. I thought that.
A little bit. He actually looks like the angry pig from fucking Angry Birds, or the pig. Or
the pig from...
The pig from Angry Birds. Yeah. Kind of has a piggish fucking nose. Good for him, though, man. I like watching him play, so Macelroy just destroyed. How was your weekend, Ant?
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. Nice Friday, just hanging out. The weather was great. Then Saturday, Jimmy came over.
Yes,
late at night after his sets. Mm-hmm. And Danny was over, and I guess Danny decided to leave his face print on the bottom of my pool. He dove off the waterfall. And I think he went a little far left.
Dude, that's how you break your neck. Is that right?
And yeah. And he dove in and put his arms out. But then, when you're going to swim up, you put your arms to your side. You're not swimming. He was still going down in the pool, though. Wham! Just smacked his face.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. Got up the next morning. Look at him.
Wow, you all right? When you came in, I didn't even notice.
I didn't know you scraped your whole fucking face.
That's what I was saying.
You skimmed the pool?
I thought he just got his forehead.
Hold on. You came in and said hi and dropped some stuff off. I didn't even notice your face is beat up.
His glasses covered up a world of hurt. But
I guess so.
But then when you take it off,
right?
I'm fine. It looks so much worse than it is.
You look like Vicky LaMotta.
Yeah. Seriously, it looks like someone punched me in the face 5 times.
Yeah.
That's what it really looks like.
It's all around your eye. On your forehead,
your right eye,
over your eye, under your eye, and then the bridge of your nose is completely
all
fucked
fucked up.
You tweet that or what?
It's hilarious.
That's
just like
up to him, but that's how people break their neck. You all right?
Yeah, well, it was my own stupidity, of course. But
shit.
I the second my my kind of like I dove in and I gave like one stroke, let's say, and I really just shouldn't have done that.
Yeah,
and I just kind of felt my face just hit the bottom, and I was like, ooh, that's a good one,
like a torpedo.
Yeah, yeah. But like it didn't hurt that bad, and it was just like it lumped up a little bit, but I didn't expect it to look so ridiculous.
No, the next day it just was like, what the fuck happened to you?
It was actually a suicide attempt. I was just tired of hearing you two in the goddamn hot tub.
Me and Jimmy just babbling.
Yeah.
All wet like men. Yeah, and then the next day I had family come over and
Next day meaning yesterday?
Yeah, that was yesterday for Father's Day. The entire family came over and I was just a disaster. My head was pounding.
You were hungover?
From drinking so much red wine.
Red wine.
Red wine is a horrid hangover.
Yeah.
Horrid.
I've gone back to beer lately when I do drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the fucking red wine hangovers anymore.
So I had to have the medicinal glass of beer, which is tricky because 3 swigs and you could either start feeling better or you're going to puke your guts up. And it actually made me start feeling better. So
good.
I just continued that and had a great time. Had the family over for Father's Day. You know, now I got his little kids running around now. With a pool, you got to like constantly watch. Holy Jesus. That is just, even me, like I'm not the fucking parent, but I'm constantly looking. No, I'd be the defendant, so I'm really looking. It's like, keep that kid away from the edge. Watch it. Get her floaties on. Do that, all right.
They're in the floaty stage?
The floaties. They wear the floaties. So we should have had on Saturday. Danny needed floaties, so he didn't smash his face.
Worn it around my neck?
Yeah, right your neck.
Damn.
Yeah, so it was a good weekend, though. Good weather was great.
It was nice.
Nice, warm weather, yeah. But again, I made the mistake of leaving the pool heater on a little too long. And then the sun was beating down on it, so I think the pool was 88 degrees.
Isn't that too hot? I know you were arguing with people on Twitter a little bit about it, but isn't that too hot?
Yeah, it is.
I'm in the camp of that's too hot.
I'm not going to deny it. So I turned the waterfall on full blast and all the bubbles in the jacuzzi, so it spills over and it kind of cools it down.
Right.
Because it's kind of going through the air. And that worked a little bit, but for the most part, wow, it was a hot
What's
pool.
the ideal temperature for you? I know it's going to be a little warmer than most.
I like pool high 70s. High 70s.
What does that feel like?
It's nice. It's warm, but it's not bathtub warm.
You get that slight like, ooh, I'm in cold water?
No, I don't like that at all.
So you
I want to be able to, when I go in a pool, I want to march down those stairs.
So
just go dump, 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 right in without any like, and you know the crotch stop where you got to wait and get your dick in, and then the nipples stop, and then the shoulders start. You're like, no, fuck you. But hate that in a pool.
Why do we do that to ourselves? You're in the pool and you're trying to make yourself taller, and
you're like,
you suffer for about 5 minutes, and then finally dip in, and it's the same crap as if you just jumped in.
Yeah.
It really is. Some people go, no, you're actually kind of cooling your body down a little bit, getting it used to it.
I don't want to feel the cold like
man.
that. And on a hot day, people are like, yeah, but it's hot out. Don't you want to be refreshed in the pool? Like, no, the water is good enough. And then when I get out and lay down on one of the chaise lounges or something, then it's nice. You get a little breeze and you're like, now you're in the sun, but you're cool. I'd rather have that than jump into a cold fuck pool.
I hear you.
I want the water to be like the Caribbean.
Don't go to the ocean then.
No, the ocean's fuck you. Not around here. Not in New York. Ever will I go to the beach.
After the 4th of July, it's not that bad.
Nope. Still fucking cold.
Too cold for Ant.
Too cold for me. Don't like it.
And there's monsters.
Monsters in the deep. Dark gray water off of Long Island. I'd rather go down to St. Martin, something like that. Blue, turquoise blue water.
You've never been to St. Martin?
Yeah, I've been to St. Martin.
Oh, through the cruise ship thing?
Yeah.
Oh, how is that?
It's nice.
We're not doing
St. Thomas.
We're not doing radio right now. I just need to know.
Sure.
Is it good?
Oh, so fucking
I want to go.
St. Thomas is really nice.
Yeah.
Like it's just fucking, and the water's so fucking warm and blue and nice, and the sand is very crystally. You know, walk on the goddamn beach and it feels like you're walking over coals. It's terrible. You're on punji sticks.
You constantly feel like you're stepping on crabs.
Yeah, crabs and pieces of shells.
But it's not even half the time. It's just rocks that now have fucking whatever, the algae and,
and
little
rocks.
barnacles. And
there's mussels.
It just feels like crab heads.
I don't want to walk on food.
Right, yeah.
It's horrible.
I like going to the ocean, though. I don't mind the ocean. The North Shore beaches of Long Island I like.
Oh, those are terrible. It all just smells like low tide all the time. And the South Shore beaches, yeah, the big waves and stuff, but it's a scary, dark, bluish, gray color. You see when the wave breaks and you can look through it and it's green.
Sometimes you see fishies.
Yeah, you certainly do. From the beach, not from the water.
Speaking of monsters, 36 years ago today.
Yes, the
fucking
release.
Jaws was released 36 years ago today.
36 years. I remember that. Oh, shit.
Brings back a father memory. He brought us. We were all just little nothings. I don't even know, man. I don't think we were old enough to see Jaws, but I guess he wanted to get the fuck out of the house.
Sorry. Totally distracted by Rob Bartlett.
What is he doing today?
Oh, my God.
Who's he dressed as?
He's dressed as a woman.
I know, but...
And he's got everything on, like makeup and lipstick and a wig. He's playing with his wig. I don't know who he's supposed to be.
Who's that supposed to be?
I don't, the singer, who's that fucking Naomi Judd? One of the Judds?
No, because they have red hair.
He looks better as a woman than a guy.
I looked up and I
I
actually thought it was a fat woman talking. Yeah. And it's Rob Bartlett on Imus's show dressed as a woman.
But who's he playing?
He looks like some old Yenta woman. Imus is chatting with him. From the ranch. Oh, I'm doing that broadcast from the ranch. Blah, blah.
I think I got to go out there. I'm old.
Yeah, you going to go to the ranch?
I think I committed to something I really didn't want to commit to.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was talking to him at that thing we did.
With the IMO on the ranch.
I said I'd like to go check out that ranch, and he said, like, I'm going to take you up on that. So I'm just scared I'm going to get the call.
Anytime you want to come down there and check out the ranch, feel free.
It might have been one of those open invites, so I might be okay. I just hope he doesn't call and go, well, how about this weekend?
You're in, by the way, can you ride a horse? Take 30 cancer kids out and teach them to ride a horse.
Because I don't need this shit anymore.
I
don't know. Who's Bartlett playing?
I don't know. Now they're doing all characters because they got that.
Oh, God, Tony Powell.
Yeah, Tony Powell is doing Jesse Jackson.
Is that who that's supposed to be?
Yeah, he's got his fake mustache on.
Was Bartlett trying to do Sarah Palin, but he's too fat? No, because his hair was short.
No, the hair was short.
I'm going to write him.
He didn't have the glasses. It's like, yeah, who were you supposed to be, or were you just more comfortable coming to work like that?
Exactly. They're just afraid to say anything now in the whole Tracy Morgan thing.
They can't acknowledge the fact that he now comes in dressed as a woman.
Yeah, I'll write, or is there something you want to tell us?
Yeah. Bartlett's great, man.
Oh, wait.
Anyway, Jaws 36 years ago today.
36 years.
Brings back a father memory. We all, really quick, me and my brothers were watching Jaws with my dad. And I've told this a few times, but we had a huge thing of popcorn. This is a true story. I'm not even fucking pumping up for the radio. It's not that big of a deal of a story. But remember when the fucking head pops out of the boat underwater?
Ben Gardner's fucking head.
Sure.
And remember the whole fucking theater's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Or was it when the shark popped out? No, I don't remember the exact memory.
Shark popped out of what?
When Ben Gardner, his head popped out with the eyeball.
Shit.
Hanging. That was the biggest holy shit moment in a movie back then. It was... The theater fucking screamed.
I think it was that moment, or it might have been when Jaws pops out of the water.
First
the
time.
Big surprise.
Coming down here
I don't remember.
Chum this shit.
So now the story, whatever. But he was looking down and grabbed popcorn, looked up just at either one of those moments, which are two big moments in the movie, and fucking threw the popcorn.
Threw the popcorn in the air.
Everywhere. He lost it.
Yeah.
Or is there... Okay.
I had... when I was in California at the time, when Jaws came out, and there was a drive-in movie theater we used to go to, and we kind of became friends with the manager of the theater.
Right.
And he rolled up the Jaws poster for me. I was like, here you go, because I thought the shark looked cool. And, of course, through my irresponsibility, I lost it. An original Jaws movie poster.
Go on eBay. They're probably not that valuable.
They're probably not that much, but a real original.
Oh, my God.
But I think the real key here is there's something Anthony's probably blocking out about what led up to him earning that poster.
Yes, true. Might have been same as Jim Florentine in his wrestling pictures.
You know, we talk about.
I love that.
We talk about flow charts in this show.
Yeah.
Jimmy's flow chart leads to molestation every fucking time.
That's true.
And then you make us all think like, wow, fuck, is he onto something? Let me think a little harder
yeah.
than I've ever thought before.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Everything goes to molestation with you.
Did you have a happy childhood?
Right.
Yes. No.
Right.
You were molested.
Right.
That's the Jimmy
You're right.
diamond-shaped flow chart.
We all have a dumb flow chart.
That's
here.
great.
Wait, did anybody, before I forget, read Florentine's tweet about how he fucking Twittered that the guy who was sitting next to him on the plane was like a fat fuck or something, and the guy was a fan, and then looked at him and goes, "Really, dude?" He had read his tweet.
No way! Nailed. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, that's when you
The
know.
guy I'm sitting next to is a fat fuck,
Or
and the guy was like,
says, "Really, dude?"
Really?
No way.
I was the guy?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it was really embarrassing.
Oh, that's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
That Twitter is becoming pretty popular.
Jaws posts
most
on-
of our listeners have Twitter now.
You gotta watch it.
It happens a lot now.
Original 1975. Original linen-backed film poster, $595. 2000. No, okay, that's different.
Yeah, that's one you should get for the compound. A nice Jaws poster.
Oh yeah, definitely want that.
That'd be kind of
Yup,
cool.
hells yeah.
How many posters you got up right now, Eddie?
I don't have any up yet. I'm rolled
know you're
up, and I'm
collecting
waiting for the right light boxes to hang up. I only got like 3 that I want to hang up.
Why are you waiting for the right light box? You can't get them, or they don't exist?
Yeah, they're kind of hard to find. I got Ange on it. She's on the motherfucker.
Hard to find light boxes?
Yeah, the right ones.
Wait,
right
were
side.
they going to be behind? Like when you turn the light on, they just go on, or they going to be battery operated?
Well, some of them, I'll probably hardwire them in, have them hardwired into the electrical system. But some of the posters I have aren't light box posters. Like, you ever see a light box poster? It looks like if you turn around, you see the reverse image, because light actually shines through the poster.
Oh, I
There's
never knew
that type. And then there's the type that just is a poster that needs a light on the outside. So backlit, a light box has backlit, and it comes through the poster.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And then there's other ones that have the top light, like a piece of artwork or something.
I didn't know the
So
difference.
yeah, I'm working on that. But I got a lot going on down there these days in the compound. Lot.
Yeah, Bartlett and fucking right back. Vincent might know though. Vincent in Connecticut. Vincent.
Yes.
Vincent.
Rob Bartlett is playing Megan McDowell. It's one of the Fox Broads' sisters, pretend sisters.
Oh, okay.
Come on. You don't watch Don's show every day?
We can't hear it, though, because we're doing this.
We have it on
We're
one of our
on- we're
ATVs.
on the radio.
but- Wait,
Oh, okay. Sorry.
why is he going with an obscure character today?
I don't know. Because he wanted to dress like a girl? Fruit?
I got nothing. I'm punching out.
Well, they actually had something. You let us know.
All right. Let me say hi to Frank in Indiana. Frank?
Hello.
Oh, Frank was better.
Yeah, guys. Hey, Opie, you like uncomfortable moments.
Of
You ought
course.
to replay some of that phone call from Anthony calling up special delivery this past weekend.
Oh, boy.
I heard rumors.
Never. I've never seen somebody deballed like that in front of their woman before. It reminded me of that Louis C.K. episode where he was getting ready to get his ass kicked by that punk kid. That's basically what Anthony was doing to Sam. And
Why would you do that to young Sam?
It was a bit much. Well, I was listening to the program.
I appreciate that much.
I was listening to the program, and like any program that Sam hosts that I'm listening to, I get outraged.
Why were you getting outraged?
Just at him talking on the air. Just the fact that
I was there.
he has on-air time.
Yeah.
It outrages me.
on your
And
channel.
I know. Thanks for the reminder.
Which means we get to work less.
Yeah, I know.
That
That
was
is kind of
rough,
cool.
dude.
But
So you're kind of torn here, huh?
I did go off, and I do apologize, Sam. I might have been
were
a
you
little.
3 sheets to the wind?
I was probably 1 sheet with the maid bringing the other sheets on,
Okay.
on the way.
You were on your way to 3 sheets?
yeah.
What
It was
the
the
fuck
weekend.
does that even mean?
It's the weekend.
He was
Don't tell me
explaining
'cause I don't
to
wanna know.
Jess what a good life he had because he had made it and he was making money, and how I was akin to a little kid at a police officer's desk with a policeman's hat on.
A hat on, so licking an ice cream cone. Yes,
yeah. And then I would never make it, and then I was sure to be a disappointment.
Yep.
And that you felt more sorry for her than a dead person's family.
Oh, yes,
Wow.
yes. Well, we did get into that whole thing.
She understands, though.
Could be a little uncomfortable.
She knows she's marrying a flop.
Of course
she's
she
not
does.
surprised.
But you know what? She's very loyal.
Yes.
Now,
Well,
what's Bartlett doing up on CNN? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. That's a real woman.
Well, really?
I don't know.
If you had sex with that, I think you'd be considered
Ghee. A little of the ghee.
She could be the ugliest woman on TV.
You'd be considered a bullfucker. Why'd you put your dick in that bison? It talks.
What, Frank?
Don't forget about the constant offers of basically sex coming back to the compound.
Yes. I was soliciting his fiancée for sexual
he invited
favors.
her back to the compound and said not to have sex unless that was something you wanted to do. And then,
Yeah, I wasn't going to pressure her.
Right. Like, I wouldn't rape you, but...
Right, but
if, we'd probably end
once
up...
you hear, it probably would be rape.
Right.
How did she handle it?
I mean, she was polite. She was nice, I hope, but I would love to know what her true feelings were, but she's a very nice, polite girl.
Yeah.
She's a trooper and very loyal to her Sam.
Oh, very loyal.
She just doesn't want to realize she's wasted these many years.
Yeah.
It's almost like when you buy a car, you just like, I can't fucking believe this is a lemon.
Yeah.
You don't want to. She doesn't
But
want to
I'll
admit
hang on to it. It's just a pain in the ass to change now.
And Ant's right. You'll never make it here.
Here or in the business?
I think you'll make it in the business, but this place is not set up for young guys.
Here on Earth.
Oh.
For young guys to come up and get real money and real positions.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not attached
They
to
don't
this.
give a fuck about like new people here.
I'm not attached to this company, per se.
Well, really? With your fucking 20 different shifts that you do on
Well, if somebody
18
else gave
different
me a
stations?
better offer, I'd be gone in a heartbeat. I would hope that everybody is aware.
Yeah.
It's a crime.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You can beat him up all you want, but it's a crime the lack of money Sam makes for everything he does for his fucking place. It's a fucking crime.
He's a good soldier, and that's all they care about.
They can get away with it. What do they care?
You just like the airtime.
Well, it's getting to a point where it is getting a bit insane.
You recording all this stuff?
Yes,
a lot of air checks.
Everything is
You got
recorded.
Equity and air checks, my friend.
You guys start calling other companies, and
You think so?
maybe they'll take you seriously here.
I think
Who
I have
knows?
to get a concrete offer before anybody will even realize what my name is.
Wish you had concrete shoes. See, that would have killed him.
I'd be dead in the water.
And a concrete hat. Could be a brick to your skull.
You should look into child labor laws. I'm serious.
Yeah.
Because you're still technically a child, and the amount of hours you're putting in here and the amount of money you're making.
I'm technically a child?
How do they put up with that down the hall? How do they sleep at night?
They love it.
Knowing what they do to you and most people around here.
Stuff those pillowcases full of cash and just doze right off.
Wait, how do they sleep? It helps them sleep at night.
Yeah.
Let's walk through it. So what's your position on this show? I don't even know anymore.
Producer.
All right, so you're a producer on the Opie and Anthony show, which is a pretty fucking big radio show.
Sure.
Then you do overnights for Hits 1.
Well, I also am the filling guy. Like this week, for instance, I'm doing 12 to 5.
So he became the overnight guy at Hits 1, but he's also the #1 fill-in guy. So now he's doing like real shifts, afternoon drive, midday.
Oh, yeah. Afternoon drive.
So that's a full-time on-air position for Hits 1. Plus he's a producer for the Opie and Anthony show. Plus he does his own show. Plus he hosts one of our hours now.
Yeah.
We used to do 5 hours. Now Sam has one of those hours. And this, they will not give him money or give him a raise.
No.
When you add it all up like that, it really makes me look like an asshole.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Well, it's not an asshole, more as a sap.
Yeah, like
a doormat.
Like, look what we could do to this.
Yeah, look at this
idiot.
kid. He'll do anything.
And
Just
they'll go,
happy to be here.
Yep.
and they'll go, we're making progress. Everything is making progress. We're making progress on a lot of
Hey,
fun
we're
stuff.
all watching what you're doing. We
Yeah,
all,
hey.
You're on your
Hey,
way.
Wait, could you?
We've taken notice.
Yeah.
Don't you worry.
You're doing it for the show, so don't worry.
Okay.
What are some of the things they have said that makes you feel like, wow, if you were stupid, you would like actually buy into their corporate management bullshit?
All this stuff that you're doing, it's all really good for you, man. This is all going to pay off.
This is great experience.
It's great to have you. I mean, just to be in all these different areas. It's so good for
by the
you.
way, a lot of people your age paying to get the experience you're getting
Yes.
for a paycheck.
Yeah.
That's right. You can segue this into a career in terrestrial radio, which is dead. Where the fuck is he supposed to go?
He's making no money. What is he supposed to do?
What's the point I'm making?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
But they don't. Like, they know that there's not a
All right,
giant
so now
terrestrial
I'm
organism.
Yeah,
you.
exactly. They know he has nowhere to go with this.
Now I'm you. Well, that's all well and good, but I can barely pay my fucking cable bill. When is a raise coming
Help
for
me out.
We're working on that. We're definitely, I mean, that's always, they've been working on this for a long time. Like, they can't do it themselves. I can't do it myself. If I could do it out of my pocket, I would.
What's the argument they give you about not... What is the argument against anybody getting raises?
And
Like,
by the way,
no one gets them?
By the way, we're using Sam in this position, but the fact is, because there's other guys that work for the show that haven't had a raise in a really long time.
Yeah.
Half this fucking building hasn't had a raise in a really long fucking time.
Oh, yes.
So it's not just Sam, by the way. We're just using him for this example.
I mean, because they know that the alternative, if you really pushed, for instance, like what Eastside Dave did, they'd be like, okay, then quit. And they'd be like, no, really, quit.
Well, that bothers me to this day. Dave was just looking for money because he couldn't afford to come here anymore. He wasn't looking for this crazy over-the-top raise so he could buy a really nice house. It was so he could pay to get here.
And he did what
he was losing money to do the show, so he basically said, I need a little pump, I need a little jump in salary.
And he said, look, based on the work I'm doing, I'm not doing the work. I'm doing much more than what you've hired me to do.
Right.
My duties have changed, so... Which is basically the same thing I would do, which would be basically have the same results. He'd be like, all right.
You'd be so out.
No problem. Out the door, buddy.
Yeah.
But just let a guy go that's pretty fucking talented that wasn't asking for much.
They don't mind.
It's just...
Yeah, they don't mind.
He's not a celebrity.
They don't mind letting you go.
Yeah.
But logically,
They're
where do
good
they
with it.
where do they think all this is going to lead to?
Celebrities. They love the celebrities.
They love celebrities, and they love
celebrities.
cheap employee, paying employees very little.
Very little.
The guy
money.
that left, what was he
Did he
asking?
officially leave?
The guy who's
That
going
we
to
were
leave?
talking about?
Oh.
We're not
yes.
saying his name, but
he
how much more is he asking for? Do you know? Is it more than 10,000 a year more? Or what?
he decided to leave based on like he was leaving. Like he asked for his demands for staying were ridiculous.
Okay.
Because he said I don't.
He said I'm leaving.
I'm done.
So he went over the top and just
Yes.
said, "Look, I want
I'm out of
partnership. I want 51% ownership in the stock.
Yeah.
I want.
He went all in.
Yeah.
But that was based on a lot of years of not
A lot of
getting,
years. Yeah.
taken care of properly.
Yes.
So that's what people do now.
It wasn't like he was like felt really good here and doing really well, and all of a sudden he just got greedy. It was just like I'm fed up.
Yeah.
All right, well, good for you, Sam. Making no money and doing a shitload of
But
raises.
Sam's right, though. If you go to them, there's nobody that they won't let go. And I know that, and you know that. So like, you can't bluff them. You have to be ready to walk.
They do
Right.
like the fact that nobody is indispensable at this place. Like they will look at anybody and say, "Well, you can go."
But they're replacing these talented people with less
just
talented
anyone
people,
for less money.
And eventually...
They see it as a great opportunity to give someone less money if they bring someone new in.
One of the guys we're already paying will just add on to their responsibilities.
Right.
Yes. No more money, so we just saved money.
We just saved an employee's money because we'll just lump his responsibilities on people that are here already.
Yeah.
I'd love to know if management here takes, like, if they get a promotion. Like, let's say you're doing A and then you get promoted to B. Do you get a raise with that promotion, or do you go, hey, great experience?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get a fucking raise.
You get a title. You get a new title, a new plaque for your desk, perhaps. A bigger office, maybe. I don't know. But as far as money goes, hardy har.
A lot of guys have gotten better titles without the cash behind it.
A lot of good titles.
The managers in management?
No, management.
That's what I'm talking about, management.
Oh, they take care of each other.
I'm saying in management, they make sure.
I read their bonuses. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, they get paid.
Look, but they figured it out. I can't fault them. If you're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
There's something called just doing the right thing.
How to run it on the cheap.
No, they're not.
Oh yeah.
That's what they do. They know how to run it on the cheap.
They're not. This isn't a developmental system.
It's
here.
like
They're
a
just-
video game. If this was like Sim City,
Yeah.
but only based on
Right.
this, the money would be rolling in.
Right.
But then everybody would be with big exclamation points over their head. And then garbage would start piling up in the
Doesn't
hallway
matter.
because
Doesn't
you didn't
matter.
hire your janitors because you're like, I don't care.
You're looking at that money.
They're all angry. Your employees are angry.
Shut
And they
up.
just go, bah! Doesn't matter.
Yeah, they'll find other gigs.
Doesn't matter. oh my God, one of your top talent is suing you. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Don't handle it. Just hit the time lapse. Let's see what happens. Let's go forward 10 years. Let's keep going. Everybody's yelling. I love that.
You're right.
This was supposed to be paradise. It's not that. It's not that complicated.
Yes.
It really isn't that complicated. I don't know what Sam's supposed to do to get like a normal salary, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Work a little harder, you son of a bitch.
Pick up a couple shows.
Pick up a couple more shows.
You ever walk in and just go, what else am I supposed to do?
I've never literally had that conversation, but there has been moments of exasperation. But it's also like, you look at the person that you're talking to, and you know that they can't do anything because they just bring it to their boss, who brings it to his boss. Who
that's why I don't really
so
do
many levels of.
So you're just like, what am I even talking about?
There's no accountability.
That's why I politely deal with those guys. And once again, I'll say it. It's not their fault.
They're wonderful people.
They're wonderful. They're wonderful people.
They don't
When
pull
they
the
talk about-
financial triggers, though.
Right.
When they talk about kicking things upstairs, it's like, I have no idea what that is, where it goes. Does it ever make it there? You never hear back from upstairs. It's like just this mysterious thing upstairs. And nothing ever really gets dealt with.
Like, you just had this long conversation. You just really pitched yourself. You put everything on the table.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
all right, we're going to bring it upstairs.
We're going to bring it upstairs.
I can't believe I just wasted all that time.
I've never been upstairs.
Oh, man.
I don't know what's up there.
I feel bad for Sam because now he's going to have to talk to one of the polite guys, and they're going to come to him and go, no, we're really making progress.
No,
Like,
we
I know,
do.
man.
We're
Let me
making
tell
progress.
you, we do talk to them upstairs. It's like, who are they? It's a collective.
Yeah.
It's a conglomerate.
I mean, Special Delivery's only been on the air once a week for like 2 years now. So I'm sure it's the big steps around the corner.
Yeah, don't worry about it. They're working on it upstairs.
I could just keep doing it for free. No problem.
Yeah.
I look up at the ceiling when they say that. Like, really? I go, things are happening just like a couple of feet above us right there.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's great. I can't wait till I hear this.
How's the compound? Making some changes.
Beautiful. I was showing it to some people.
Making some changes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You need a Saturday show?
I got all the. We'll work on programming after the facilities are completely built. A lot of Pete, my carpenter guy, and my general contractor guy, brought in all the plywood and some of the beams and shit, 2x4s for the platform. All the wires going to be run underneath, so nothing's
Did a
all
fire hazard or no?
crazy. Nah, no equipment, just the wiring is running
What
in
if
there.
a wire? What do you surround the? You don't put that on the rug. What do you put around the wires?
You put insulation in there and kind of
You don't have,
insulate it.
You don't have rats, do you?
from there.
Or
No.
raccoons under there just gnawing on
away at
wires?
the wires, gnawing at the wires. No, and for the most part, it's going to be just low voltage audio wires, things like that, mic wires and whatnot. But yeah, it's that. I got lighting trusses going up, big fucking things like that. We got holding the TVs up and shit. Yeah, I got those on the ceiling, and
That's awesome.
And getting, I got to go to the Jews at B&H and get some lighting for my green screen and key light and everything. Before you know it, it's gonna be beautiful.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's
There
great.
has to be a way to monetize it, and there is a way. It's just not 100% yet, but it's going. Too many people are doing podcasts now.
Yeah.
Where it's like now everyone should wear a podcast, and people are using them. It's not like it was 2-3 years ago, where it was like, well, if you have one, maybe some people will listen.
Yeah.
All the guys who have them now are doing pretty good with them. It is the next thing.
But in Ant's case, it's not totally about the money either.
No.
You know?
No, but I mean not now. But I'm
We
saying
have
in the
that
future.
luxury, thank God.
Yeah.
In the future,
Yep, the future.
I'm looking not
Oh, yeah.
now. I'm looking a couple years ahead.
Yeah, the luxury is, it's
I'm thinking
not
there
totally
needs-
about the money, but it will lead to money.
There
Yes.
needs to be some kind of a uniting of a few good shows to put on one maybe sponsored or subscriber-based platform where you have like instead of having to subscribe to Rogan's podcast and Adam Carolla's and this and that, it's all in one spot.
Well, we were heading that way here.
Yeah.
And then they decided they didn't want to pay any of the guys anything.
Exactly.
And the guys didn't even really want much. They just wanted to feel like they were important.
Right.
We lost Patrice because of that. They didn't want to pay him. The amount of money for Patrice's show is nothing.
Yeah.
And Bill Burr was standing by. He was ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
Miserable Men on
Actually, Bill Burr
Howard 100 on Sundays. Those guys were great guys, man. They lost it. And I know the money they were making.
Just nothingness.
Nothing.
And they lost it. Why? Because they just wanted a little money.
Truly just gave up.
I think they just wanted something.
That's what happens here. People just give up because you're like, what am I supposed to do?
Down.
Yeah.
And then no one goes like, wow, no one thinks like, wow, that was a good show and we're losing it. Maybe we ought to, like, see what we could do to keep it. They're like, all right, well, whatever. We'll get someone else. We got a celebrity around? Who's that? Who's big right now?
Yeah.
You can't make your product. You want people to go, oh my God, I'm finding all this great new programming, this and that and this and that. You don't want people to go, all right, well, I guess the product is becoming mediocre, so I don't care if I have the service or not.
Yeah.
You want this to be a service that people feel like they can't live without.
Yep.
And the more talented people you have, the more likely you are to have that effect.
Because people can have music anywhere.
Anywhere. You can't just compete musically. There are other ways to get all the music. It's original talk content is the number. That's where terrestrial radio fucked up.
Right.
The personalities, they emasculated.
You need original talk content is the only thing that you can sell that other people can't automatically have.
Yes.
We were heading that direction, but then...
and then I don't know what
You
happened.
could just hire 3 shows and then fill the rest of the airtime with best of and save some of that cash.
There you go. Who's going to host that? Oh, that's right, you.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah.
All right, Sam.
Sure.
Look, if they would wake up, we'd have Patrice and Bill Burr in a second on this channel.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Bill Burr had a show on this channel, but he didn't feel like doing it for free anymore.
I don't blame him.
Wanted just a little cash.
How about Kevin Smith? He's still on, right?
Kevin's still on. We got
Yeah,
Rogan,
of course.
So we're trying, but Patrice is made for this fucking thing, and they just don't want to. I don't know. Whatever. Enough, I guess. The bitching. I know, guys. Hey, Sam. Someone wants you to break down how much you make an hour.
How much? Oh, boy.
Can you give us, figure that out during the break?
Yeah, I'll figure it out during the break.
How many hours a week do you work here?
It would have to be probably close to 60. It would have to be close to 60. Somewhere in the 50s, I would think. On an average week, on a rough week, it's definitely 60, if not more. But
really?
On an average week, it's definitely in the 50s on any week.
And write your number down for us.
Let me see.
I know you don't want to say it out loud. I think I know about, but
I have a rough idea.
Write your number down.
The annual number?
Yeah.
You don't have to show me. You can just show.
I don't care if you guys know.
I know. I don't know if you want.
250,000. That's not bad.
What?
Kidding.
Holy shit.
All right.
Nice, right?
Righteous bucks.
That's what I'm saying.
Holy shit.
Righteous bucks.
Righteous bucks.
Okay, hold on a second.
So,
A little bit of math here.
divide that by 52, and then divide it again.
I'm trying to open my calculator app.
Oh, what happened? It's working?
Wait a minute.
So call it 55 hours. So divide that by 52, and then divide it again by 55
Yeah.
52.
for a week.
Jimmy's working it out.
Okay, that's divided by 55.
Yeah, 55 hours a week is fair. I think that's beyond fair. That's
Just doing some math here.
Am I
That's
making
all right.
minimum wage?
Oh, you're making minimum wage. Who
You're
knows?
making, it looks like, almost $15 an hour.
All right.
I mean, that's not.
That's okay for certain kind of jobs, but for on air and drive time, it's not sufficient at all. It's okay if you're doing, there's a lot of jobs that pay less than 15 an hour. But if you're doing,
because now we'll hear from the people. Hey, man, that's
No,
great."
that's not-
we understand,
but the amount of hours Sam is putting in as far as nighttime, daytime, and doing on air stuff, it's not all behind the scenes stuff or
Plus, compared to what other people make doing similar tasks,
Yeah.
you'd have to put that into effect.
Well, you do.
You know that Howard at this point works less than 16 hours a week, right?
Oh, my God.
Okay, when you do the math, I mean,
I know
great.
he's a legend. He's been around, blah blah blah. But he
we're
works.
looking at maybe 12 some weeks.
He works.
God, would that be nice?
He works 12 to 16 hours a week when he's here.
Yeah, but I get like six days, 6 sick days.
But you're on your way up still, so you got to put your time in. We all understand that.
Yeah.
Let's go to Eric in Jersey. Eric.
Good morning.
You want to take us to task on the under God thing? Why? It's a Monday. Why do we want to deal with this?
Oh, just that the words "under God" were just added in 1954 to the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh, yeah, that's just yesterday.
Well, for you it is.
That's 50, what are we looking at, 7 years ago, I guess?
They were added as a result of Joe McCarthy and the McCarthy hearings looking for communists behind every tree. So they added "under God" to flush out all the commies.
You know, I don't mind, honestly. The words "under God" don't mean anything to me in the pledge. I don't give a fuck if they take it out. A part of me would love to see it taken out, just to annoy religious people. But I'm only irritated that NBC just kind of made that decision, and they've been kind of wrapped up in the last week saying what people should say and shouldn't say, and it's like, come on, now all of a sudden you're going to make that decision too.
Right.
It's the arbitrary nature of it that really bugs me, but it probably doesn't belong in there.
Version.
What, buddy?
What they did was a retro version.
Yeah, I know that, but we all know the agenda on why they were doing it.
Oh, yeah.
And the kids that weren't allowed to say the Pledge of Allegiance or had to leave the room, they were the Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out.
Oh, the Jehovah's Witnesses.
Right on, man. I'm glad we flushed those kids out.
Yeah.
I knew I didn't want to play with them. Thanks, Eric.
Okay.
Hey, by the way, Jimmy, I applaud your math skills today. You did the math.
I did, yeah.
Everyone knows what Sam makes.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't mean to.
Now they're doing it.
Well, I don't mind.
They nailed it. So that means you did your math correct.
Yeah.
And
I'm known as the.
And they can't believe it, considering it's New York City, because we got all sorts of shit we deal with because it's New York City.
And 15 is rounded up too.
Yeah, it is rounded up by a little bit. The exact number.
Righteous bucks.
Righteous.
How much do you have to pay a month just to park your car?
$300.
Oh, God.
So this kid
Plus gas, because
this kid has to pay $300 a month just to get here.
Just to be here.
Yes.
And
so
gas.
take that off your fucking salary.
Plus
Oh
you're
my
looking
God.
at
hold on.
over
Oh
a tank
my
a week.
God.
Of gas.
1 second now.
Yeah.
We're going to do a little bit more. 'Cause that is
Well,
true.
people all have to deal with
They do.
the gas shit, but the $300 a month, that's something that's very common for New Yorkers.
Yes.
If you're somewhere else, you're not paying that
And that's
much
a deal,
money.
by the way, in New York. I have to park like 4 or 5 blocks away.
Okay,
to
that
get
knocks,
that.
$300 a month is how much is that a year? $3,600.
Yeah, that knocks him down $3,600. That's a big hunk off the top. This is all pre-tax, of course.
Right.
That's a big hunk off the top. We all have expenses, but like you said, in New York, that's a unique one.
Well, that's why
$300 a month.
Because when people hear $15 an hour, that's pretty good. Obviously, but now you have to knock the $300 a month he pays, and just to park his car to get here.
Commuting into Manhattan is very expensive.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, train, anything. It's going to cost you money every day. It's coming in every day. The choo-choo train.
The choo-choo.
Westchester trains don't run that early anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if they did, then you could maybe knock that down a little bit, but
A
little bit. Let's eat.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Going in a break, the guys put together Bubble Cop. We played this on Friday.
Love Bubble Cop.
Let's play it again. It's really good.
Mr. Maloonigans makes an appearance in this.
Would you
Mr. I couldn't stop saying that over the weekend too.
Maloonigans.
I just kept going, "Where's the Mr. Maloonigans?"
I'm gonna read this just to give you hope, Sam.
Great.
Because you got Howard, who's a legend, and you got Sam on his way up, and this is what you should be reaching for.
Right.
Somebody did the math on his contract.
Oh, thank God for that.
How much you make an hour?
I think it was around
Almost 15.
Almost, not quite 15.
A couple guys did the math on Howard, so it's got to be about.
And Howard and me have actually been at this company about the same amount of time.
Right. Like I said, he's been around forever. He
Sure.
deserves what he gets. He's a legend, blah, blah, blah. Okay? Puts your salary in perspective. He makes $120,000 an hour.
That's so much more
That's
than
close.
me.
He makes 100
Okay.
and 20. Everyone has done the math on his.
That's actually 100.
That's coming in a lot, so it's got to be pretty close.
It's actually about 100,000 times the amount of money that I'm
That's really nice. Yeah.
Wow, it's huge. That's like
Sam, let me really
100,000 of me.
let me hammer this home for you.
Thank you.
Because I don't think you completely understand this.
I don't.
In 1 hour, you would have to work 3 years.
Wow.
For every
That's
hour
right.
he's on the
Good
radio, you would have to work 3 years.
3 years.
to equal
doing
that hour.
16 shows. Wow.
Yes.
Okay. That's a lot of time.
Stunning.
It's coming in so many times that it's got to be about right. So, 3 years of you equals 1 hour of Howard.
Well, I mean, I hope it's a hell of an hour.
1 hour is 2 years' pay for the average person.
Yeah.
Ouch.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. Every hour.
Yeah.
Every hour is like, there's 2 years of you getting up, going to work, 2 years. Or 1 year goes by, 1 year left to equal 1 hour.
That was 30 minutes.
That's amazing.
But that number could go up if he wins his lawsuit against the company.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant for me.
This place,
no.
number.
This place
Not
is
for you.
Completely. This place is completely insane.
It's bizarro land for work.
If he won his lawsuit, I'd probably have to take a demotion in pay, which would just really skew the ratio.
Yeah, we're all screwed.
Look, you don't have the skills of Howard.
Okay.
You know, let's put it in perspective.
I can accept that.
So, you know.
Practice makes perfect. And he's
How many years have you been here?
5, 6, something like that.
Called 6.
Okay.
So you've made in the last 6 years what Howard has made in 2 hours.
Wow.
So your 6 years of work, by 8 o'clock this morning, Howard's going to match that.
He's already finished.
Sam doesn't have the radio skills of Howard Hessman on WKRP in Cincinnati. Gotta see who's Johnny Fever.
Do you know you have to work probably 3 months. Let's say 3, maybe even 6 months. If Howard just decides to take a shit. In the time he's taking a shit,
He's going to the bathroom.
you'd have to work like 6 months.
Right. So, like, all the work I've done since January up until the end of this month.
One dump.
It's some shit.
Just one dump.
That's also creatively a fair comparison.
Yes, exactly.
That's unfair.
Well, there you go.
Perspective is a bitch, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess putting everything in mathematical terms.
But they're making progress on maybe getting you a little more money.
A little more cake.
That's how they say it. We're trying to get you a little more money.
It's okay.
Good.
Upstairs.
Sam never shows the uglier, angrier side of him. You should a little bit more.
No.
It's in there. You're, of course, you little viper. It's fucking, you're bothered by it. You should be.
He's a poster child for what's happening around here.
Yeah.
We're just focusing on him, but there's a lot of guys just on our own staff that are in the same boat.
Not Eric, but everyone else.
Yeah, Eric's overpaid.
Wait, E-Rock shakes
He just got mad.
He shook
Eric's
his
kind
big
of
head.
overpaid.
Overpaid, overfed.
Does he make more money than you?
Eric?
Yeah.
I mean, you take that figure, and you kind of, you double it.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Not talking about weight.
Oh.
Well,
No,
be tripling.
Yeah.
No.
Eric got in early when the getting was good.
When the getting was good,
Yeah,
right?
Eric got in when the getting was good.
Yeah.
It's not his fault, but he just got in when the
He got grandfathered in?
timing.
Okay.
Timing was a bitch for
He
a
has
lot
been
of
here
us.
since the beginning.
And
Yes.
timing was good when he stole all your lottery money from
Yeah, I
all
mean,
you guys.
technically I wasn't on the staff when he stole all that lotto money, but
Yeah.
I speak up for, I'm like the union head for
I hear you.
Did he really steal that lot of money?
Yeah.
Oh, I
did not. Yes, he did.
Oh,
Wait,
wow.
E-Rock, everyone was having a pool, right?
No, it had nothing to do
It
with
was a
that.
staff newspaper. It was sent to the studio.
I thought
and
we were
then
past this finally.
He sent in the
We're never going to be
Never.
past this, huh?
I want to bring in the new listeners.
But wait, if it was a staff newspaper,
It wasn't a staff newspaper because those little scratch-off things come on the Sunday papers.
Yeah, but
They don't come to. We didn't get weekend papers at the office.
Who brought the paper in?
And we did.
I had it because I've been playing that for weeks.
He didn't bring
I
it.
had it in my
I've
bag.
never seen Eric bring a newspaper into the studio in my entire life.
No,
And
the scratch card, not
and
the paper.
Why would he bring in Sunday's newspaper on a Monday morning?
Right. saying the
All right,
scratch
just
card.
don't listen to me. My mic's not on.
I'm listening.
Oh!
But I'm actually asking.
I know you are. but
Liar!
he's
Sorry.
not.
All right, that makes sense.
So you had the scratch ticket thing.
Yeah. I've been
So then
playing
wh-
it. I've been playing that game for weeks
So where did the story come from that it was not your ticket?
because they all got pissed off, and
Why are you yelling?
I remember.
can't hear.
I
Disgusting.
do remember a paper though. I don't remember
Newspaper.
just the ticket. I remember that paper being
It
here.
was there.
It was from Sunday's paper.
They came from the Sunday's paper. That's where you got the scratch off from.
Right,
And then
so-
each day you would go into the numbers of the newspaper and scratch off.
So
on your
where did the
card.
newspaper come from?
Studio.
The Sunday paper came from my place.
You brought that paper in.
No, I didn't bring the paper in.
You
I
brought
had
in
the
the
scratch
scratch
card.
Could
But
you
where-
get the scratch card Monday's paper?
No,
Okay.
it came on Sunday's paper, and then through the week you had to find the numbers in the newspaper.
Okay,
So each day you were scratching something.
So the Sunday paper, he was scratch card.
That's your
with
ass.
a week's worth of
numbers on it. Correct.
And you scratched Monday and then Tuesday and then Wednesday?
No. I had come in and I was told that there was this story that all these people won $100,000 because of an error. I checked my card and I went, oh, I won it too. But then they had a separate pool for all these people because some of them formed some group that they were going to sue the Daily News. The others, you could mail it in with this waiver and they would put into a special drawing that they would pick a winner out of 5 winners out of that. And that's where I won.
Did anybody sue the Daily News? Did they win?
They did not win. It didn't even go to court.
Why?
They threw it out, saying it was frivolous.
Because the rules do state that if there's a misprint or anything, they're not held responsible.
Wow. See, okay.
Yeah, I didn't sign the thing for the lawsuit. I sent it in for the secondary drawing.
I wonder how many people did. You won out of how many people, I wonder?
I don't think they said how many were actually in the pool. They just said the 5 winners.
And you were one of them.
I was one.
This story does not sound like the original story.
He made it up.
There seemed to be a viable problem that you guys had with this whole thing, and the fact that E-Rock was the one that kind of grabbed everything up. And
he'd figure enough times pass he can make up some stuff.
Revisionist history?
Is that what happened, Eric?
Revisionist
No,
history?
that's not what happened at all.
Yeah, he made up a little story in his head and figured after a couple years, I'll start using this.
Enough time goes by and you blurt it out.
Exactly.
That's what happened.
Exactly.
What is it going to take for the whole staff to get past this with E-Rock?
Oh, please.
I mean,
Because it's been years now. Are we up to 4 or 5 years at this point?
It must be 5 years.
5 years ago.
I mean, this was early XM days, pre-K-Rock.
How many of that 100 G's
This
you
was
still
before the
got?
studio build-out.
It was in almost all of it was invested.
Was?
In boats in Florida.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. What did you invest in?
Property.
Besides not gym equipment. All right, so property? How'd you do on it?
A sweet fucking
Doing very
piece
well.
of property somewhere.
Really?
What, you get a little condo for yourself?
Yeah, I bought a condo down in Florida.
Did you?
Yeah.
And then
Cool.
the market crashed, so
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
worth a quarter of what he paid for it.
Boy from Al Pacino, Glenn Ross leads.
Yeah, you said it's doing well, and makes a great point.
Yeah.
Most condos in Florida,
Especially
are a
in
bust.
Florida.
Housing market is terrible right now.
Yeah.
Especially in
It's
Florida.
right near the water.
Especially in Florida.
You're trying to tell me it went up, or do you have like people renting?
It's
your-
across the street from the ocean, so it's still
Across
doing
the
well.
street from the ocean. That's okay.
The only
That's good for a
solace
hurricane.
the only solace that any of us have in this whole lotto situation is we found out that Eric spent a whole bunch of his salary money in the beginning buying XM stock.
And that's when it was
that
way
wasn't from the lotto winning.
No, I know. But what was the just in a matter of
$42, right?
Yep.
And how many shares did you buy?
I did that employee purchase program that they when we started there,
Which was
purchase
what?
program.
which is you got a discount on purchasing it based on whatever the last quarter price.
So
was.
instead of 42, they charged you $1? That would be.
When I started buying, it was at $42.
Oh God! It'll be there. It'll be back
was
there in no time.
2 shares a week.
Nagel was investing in a little Nagel. I'm investing in myself.
Yes,
see where
2
this
shares
goes.
a week you would buy.
Yeah.
How many total shares of Sirius
Oh
did you
my
wind up
God.
getting?
$84
Were you allowed
every
to-
week down the drain.
Were you allowed to buy more than
Toodaloo.
Were you allowed to buy more than two shares
Yeah,
a week?
you could buy
Oh,
up to a certain set amount, but I couldn't afford that set amount, so I was just doing 2 shares a week.
So how many shares did you buy?
Let's see. When did they discontinue that program?
The whole program.
Yeah, the company got rid of it. 2007.
So you were at least for
they eliminated that program
2.5 years, maybe.
since 2004.
Oh my God!
4,
so
5,
3
6,
years.
7, 4 years. Or no, 3 years. Say 3 years.
Say
About 300
3
shares.
years. At what?
150 weeks
150 weeks.
320 shares, something?
Yeah.
All right, about 320 shares.
at $42 a
That's
share.
$42. Oh my God. What are we looking
that's
at?
when it
Let's look
started.
at cost.
It dropped dramatically.
We got his average.
Average in the cost.
Yeah, we got to figure that shit out.
But we all know what it is now.
Safe to say he lost his shirt.
Just take it.
and that's
He now
a big
has
shirt to lose.
He now has about $630 of stock.
Yeah.
A little nest egg.
$630 of stock that he probably paid thousands for.
Just in case that little real estate deal falls through.
That's
got my
right.
stock.
Nagel's diversified.
we can laugh at E-Rock all we want, but we're the kings of fucking losing money in the stock market.
Please.
Sit down.
I hear you. Yeah. All right, sandwich time.
Yeah. Iraq, you're going to play the Bobo Cop.
Yeah.
Bobo Cop.
What are we going to do after the break?
Bobo Cop.
Eric, I'm sorry for taking out my frustrations on you.
Go fuck yourself, Sam.
Oh,
we got this day in O&A history. We're going to do after the
O&A
break.
history. I like that.
Tracy Morgan.
I like that segment.
I want to see where everyone's at with Tracy Morgan.
Yeah, Tracy.
And we lost Clarence Clemens.
Where'd he go?
Maybe we'll get Roland to talk about the big man today. Maybe his memories or something.
blowing the horn.
And maybe we'll get some saxophone playing as Roland
that could be nice.
gives his memories of the big man.
Maybe Bob Eaton can come in and play the French horn. You can hit him with a fucking with a mallet. I like to drive his French horn through the back of his head with a mallet.
That would be great.
How great would it be to put on a boxing glove and punch his French horn into his throat? Hear his teeth come with it. He'd be so mad. Right to his dumb neck.
I've almost forgotten about him.
I haven't talked to him in a while.
Yeah. I wonder if he's doing
I think he's
well.
in Boston doing something.
Is he doing well?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Good for him.
He's all right, you know.
Yeah.
I hear the music. It gets into you. I hear the music. Millions of watts. All of this low-level sound, well, it gets into you. And so I said, well, you know what? I hear the music. Bring back the music. All of this music. Well, you know what? I hear the music. And so I said to him, I said, bring back the music. And he said, excuse me.
Don't put fucking words in my mouth. Don't put fucking words in my fucking mouth. Don't put fucking words in my mouth. Don't put fucking words in my mouth.
And so I said to him, I said,
wait a minute.
I hear the music.
Wait a minute.
I hear millions of watts. And so I said to him, I said, you all talk a big thing. You only talk it. You don't walk it. And he said, excuse me.
Don't put fucking words in my mouth. Don't put fucking words in my fucking mouth. Don't put fucking words in my mouth. Don't put fucking words in my mouth.
Millions of watts going up into the ionosphere. You hear it through the front of your skull. I hear millions of watts. You hear it through the front of your skull.
Gregorio! Antonio!
Amy.